Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung, Jerry Hairston Jr., Adrian Gonzalez. The Dodgers dropped game 2 of this 4-game series in Colorado. Looked good early for them because 2 batters into the game, Kyle Tucker goes deep for a 2-0 lead. Dalton rushing homers in the 2nd inning, and things are looking good. But the Dodgers are shut out over the final 7 innings of this game. The Rockies got a couple runs in the 6th, Jerry, and their bullpen was able to make it stand up.
Yeah, you give the Rockies credit. They were able to come back and put pressure on the Dodgers, take the lead, and the bullpen for the Rockies was really outstanding. We always say, big league ball game, 5 runs, 10 hits, at least to give yourself a chance to win. Dodgers unable to do that at Coors Field.
Yeah, we got off to a great start, and then the bats went cold. So, you know, just got to keep doing what you've been doing, what you did yesterday, what you did the first 2 innings, have quality at bats. It looked like they started chasing a lot of off speed, especially in hitters counts. They were being over aggressive and got a little greedy with the bats, and then the Rockies took advantage of that.
And they did have some opportunities offensively. They were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, Adrian, in that 8th inning. It starts where Shohei Ohtani reaches on a catcher's interference, Kyle Tucker with a base hit. So the first 2 reached, nobody out for Andy Pages.
Yeah, it was, you know, again, like if you were to watch the entire at bat, he was just a little over aggressive. He wasn't, you know, his normal self, what we've seen all season long. Pitcher made a backup pitch there, and then you get Freddie. He put a great swing on the ball here, but just wasn't able to get all the way through it to get the double or a home run there. It just felt like they were just being too aggressive, thinking they were going to get fastballs, yeah. and the Rockies just said, hey, if you're going to be that aggressive, we're going to go soft and get you out in front.
Especially in hitter-friendly counts, they went soft. The changeup or the slider here. Dalton Rushing, who's been red hot, you know, he's upset at himself. Felt he should have driven that pitch. That pitch, you know, he could have done something with, just unable to do anything with it. Here, Kim, 2-strike hitting, hits the ball in the air, an easy fly ball in center field. Will Smith, outstanding job putting the ball in play up the middle, and because of that, he gets a hit out of it. Shohei Ohtani, another opportunity to extend his streak. Great job of putting a barrel on the baseball, rocket through the right side. Now we're in business. We got an opportunity here. We got Kyle Tucker, who's had a great series so far. He's at the plate.
Kyle Tucker had a really good game with 3 hits, including that home run, but swings at the first pitch and flies out to left field to end the game.
Yeah, I mean, a little in between there. It seemed like he didn't go up there thinking, I'm gonna be ready to swing or not. Fastball ended up being down the middle, so he kind of swung as a reaction to the pitch being a fastball down the middle, and he was a little late, got underneath it and popped it up.
All right, a frustrating loss for the Dodgers in game 2 of the series. Let's head back to the booth, check in one final time with Steven Nelson and Oral Hershiser.
Well, Oral, the Dodgers tried for another comeback win. They fell 1 run short and really just 1 hit. I think the big takeaway from this one, 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They left 8 guys on base.
Yeah, we haven't seen this on the road with the Dodgers. They've averaged over 8 runs a game on the road this year, but they were quiet other than those first couple innings when Tucker goes deep 435, Rushing goes deep just barely over the fence. Pretty much after that, the offense was very silent.
Yeah, Emmet Sheehan tried to grind it out through 5 innings, and then Will Klein just was not sharp in this one out of the bullpen. So the series tied at 1. Tomorrow, Roki Sasaki on the bump.
Yeah, for Roki, you know, I hope that he finds a way to keep the ball in his hand. We've watched a lot of Dodger pitchers here tonight having the ball slip out of their hand because of the lack of moisture. Maybe it'll be a little more humid tomorrow. Maybe we get some moisture on his hands when he gets to his hat or wherever he can. But he's got to have that ball in his hand so he can throw strike 1 and then have some action on his split finger.
He'll be starting opposite veteran right-hander Michael Lorenzen. So we'll see you on Sunday for Game 3.
Steven and Oral, thank you. Let's get right to the Saturday night highlights. Denver, Colorado, the Dodgers and Rock Show with Shohei Ohtani. Come up a run short, 4-3 the final. They are now 15-5. Will Klein is tagged with the loss. Emmet Sheehan goes 5 innings, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits, had 4 strikeouts. Kyle Tucker 3 for 5, his 3rd home run, couple of RBIs. Dalton Rushing goes 1 for 4 with his 5th home run. Here's what's ahead on the calendar. Still 2 more games in Colorado, with the wraparound series ending on Monday. It will be Roki Sasaki starting tomorrow at noon. Then the NL West road trip rolls on to San Francisco on Tuesday for the first meeting of the season with the Giants. Then it's back home to face the Cubs beginning next Friday. That game will be on Apple. The next 5 games will be right here on Sportsnet LA. Emmet Sheehan allowed 2 earned runs in 5 innings at Coors Field. We'll hear from Sheehan as well as Dave Roberts after moments of the game. Jerry, Dalton Rushing does it again. His 5th home run in his first 18 at-bats of the season.
He's been doing amazing with the bat, whether it's the fastball, the breaking ball. It really doesn't matter. He has been on everything. Here, top of the wall, a caroms over. The kids call him Dalton Crushing for a reason. I tell you what, we got incredible catchers. From America's catcher, Will Smith, to Dalton Rushing.
That gave the Dodgers a 3-1 lead. Unfortunately, that would be their last offense. They dropped this one 4-3. Let's go back to Coors Field. Emmet Sheehan is standing by with Kirsten Watson and the media.
Okay. Emmet, obviously, pitching here is a challenge no matter what, but when you look at your last outing, one of your best of the regular season, how did you find just trying to carry that over into this one? And did it feel like a grind based off of potentially mechanics or just more of like the elements here in Denver and the altitude?
Yeah, I think last start we made a lot of progress on mechanical stuff, and then I think it was a little bit more of the same from the first couple this time. I'm definitely happy with some of the pitches I made later, but I got to be better earlier in the game.
Did you find it was kind of just easing into this one?
No, I think it was just, first at bat felt great, and then missed by a little bit on a couple, and then it kind of delivery went downhill a little bit, and then I thought I was able to find it a little better towards the end.
Was it just sort of the timing being back out of sync?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I got to look at it.
Was it the fastball in particular? Because the ball strike on that one wasn't great.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
All right, so Emmet Sheehan admitting that he had to be better early in the game. He just said he was fighting the delivery a little bit tonight, but still 5 innings, just a couple of runs allowed. What did you see from him in this game?
I saw him throw the ball great. Yeah, he made a pitch to Mickey Moniak in the first inning, middle away. It wasn't a terrible pitch. He gave up a double. But let's go look at the K-zone and see how he looked today, especially with that slider, how he was able to pitch with that slider. You can see here, first at bat of the game, great slider down. He's been throwing the slider at a 28% pitch rate, and he's been using it a lot and having great success with it. This one right here, just probably his worst pitch of the day, in my opinion. Just a slider, middle up. This pitch again, another slider down the way. You can see that he's got a good feel for it. I mean, one mistake is okay. Right here, it's down. Not a terrible pitch, maybe a little too much over the middle. Good swing by the hitter right there. But then he goes back to it down the way, great pitch again. So to me, he looked great. His slider was as advertised as he's been doing. Give up a couple knocks on that, but the guys are swinging and missing on it. I think sometimes early in the game, you need an inning or two just to find your release point, just to do these little things. And then after the second inning, I felt like he started getting better and better and better. And then they took him out in the 5th inning. To me, it was a little premature, but
and put pressure on the Dodgers, take the lead, and I would have liked to see him was really outstanding. We always say big league ball game, 5 runs on the offense. We talk about all the time. At least to give yourself a chance to win 7 runs. I mean, we need to do 7 runs at Coors Field because we know it's a great place to hit. Unfortunately, the offense, which has been great,
keep doing
great all
what
season.
What you did yesterday, where you went the first 2 innings, have quality at bats.
Dodgers lose to a National League team for the first time this year. Dalton Rushing, though, hit his 5th home run of the young season. He hit 4 all of last year in
the Rockies took advantage of that.
They did have some opportunities offensively. They were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Adrian in that 8th inning. The Dodgers had 7 strikeouts tonight in Colorado. So tomorrow you can go to Jack in the Box. You can get a free jumbo jack with the purchase of a large drink at an LA area location. Tonight it was Emmet Sheehan carrying most of the load. He had 4 of the Dodgers' 7 strikeouts. But the Rockies come back and win this one 4-3. Let's go to Colorado and hear from Dave Roberts with Kirsten and the media.
Dave, just first, when you look at Emmet Sheehan tonight, I know we talked about him kind of working through a few mechanical things. It seemed like this one was a bit of a grind, but do you think it was more to the mechanical aspect of kind of getting things in line, or do you think it was more of just the elements of playing here in Denver?
I think it was more the elements. I think that I'm not sure how much he's pitched here. It just seemed like early on he didn't have good feel for anything, to be quite honest, and the ball strike ratio wasn't good, but I give him a lot of credit because he grinded, as you said, and made pitches when he needed to. And ironically, his best inning was the last. But I just felt, it was just a grind all night, and give Klein an opportunity to have a clean inning. But yeah, 5 innings, 2 runs, solid outing.
With Will Klein, what were you seeing from him? Because it seemed just kind of like honestly like a freak kind of accident thing to get him to then obviously get some guys on base to create some traffic?
I thought tonight his sweeper, the feel for spin wasn't good. He didn't have it in. I think, a couple of those hits early were just cement mixers and just didn't do anything. And so, I don't know, again, if that's the elements, and I don't know how much he's pitched here. But, yeah, tonight it just wasn't sharp.
Just sort of another example of how important it is to tack on runs, especially at a place like this.
It is, absolutely. I thought, we had some opportunities and couldn't, create some distance and kept them in the ball game. And so it really wasn't a huge inning. A 2-run inning was the difference in the game. And so we've been swinging the bats well. You're not always going to, put up cricket numbers every night. But I thought tonight we could have taken better at bats. But, you got to give those guys credit. And they went to their guys in the pen and kept us at bay.
Shohei reached 3 times, but only the last one counted. But he did get to that 50. What does that say about this guy? I mean, we've said enough about him before, but just to get the 50 game on base.
Yeah, it's remarkable. I was hoping he'd get that last at bat and give him an opportunity to, change the game. And he found a way to get on base. So yeah, it was good to see it, and that's quite the streak, And you got to be pretty dang good to do something like that. And he's in a class by himself.
Yeah, bats, particularly with runners in scoring position, they're 0 for 7. Were those particularly disappointing?
Yeah, because I think that up to this point with runners in scoring position, we've been able to, whether it be earn a walk or swing at good pitches and get hits. And today it just seemed like we chased a lot more than we have. And so, yeah, we had opportunities, and I thought Tuck swung the bat really well. I thought Freddie looked great up there, and, we just couldn't get any other support.
Shohei Ohtani did extend that on-base streak to 50 games. We'll have more on tonight's game and look ahead to Sunday's Game 3 from Colorado. Coming up. Access Sportsnet. Shohei Ohtani extends his on-base streak to a cool 50 games. To see Duke Snider sitting on top, the franchise record set in 1954. That's also the modern-day National League record of 58. Sean Green did it 53 in a row in 2000, and Shohei pulling even with Hall of Famer Willie Keeler, who did it 1900 to 01. Adrian, Shohei in the ninth inning, he got this opportunity to extend it with 2 outs, and he extended the game.
He sure did. He got the opportunity. He wasn't going to miss it, especially with the at-bat before being taken away by the catcher's interference. That was a really good swing he was putting on the ball in the previous at-bat, and the catcher put his mitt in the way. So got the opportunity, put a great swing on it, extended the inning with 2 outs. Great job, great piece of hitting, and overall just incredible by Shohei to get the 50 games.
Dodgers just needed one more hit with a runner in scoring position. They fall 4-3. Let's go back to Coors Field. Kyle Tucker is speaking with Kirsten and the media.
Well, Kyle, the other day when we were talking about just kind of where you were at when it came to offensively, you felt like, you were kind of fouling off a few pitches that you felt like you could have been hitting for more power. How have you found just a 3-hit game, the 2-run homer to start this evening? How have you found just kind of where your swing is at right now?
It's not bad. I mean, some at bats are better than others. I just need to try and carry it over to each at bat in each game, rather than just kind of here and there. But hopefully I can just continue doing that tomorrow as well.
You guys obviously had some opportunities, especially late in this game. What did you find just when it came to, I guess, kind of leaving runners on, or even just kind of falling short, especially later in this one?
It happens at times. We're facing big league pitchers, and they got some guys in their bullpen that can, pitch really well, but, at the same time, we got to do our part. We had some opportunities with guys on base, especially late. And just got to find ways to get hits or just get those guys in. So it happens at times, but we just got to do a better job at it.
What's the home run like to be able to attack a first pitch like that? Like when you're talking about ending at bats sooner and not getting behind in the count, like is that an example of kind of what you're talking about to be able to?
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of fouled off pitches like that, or like swung through some. It wasn't a bad pitch. It was, heater at the top of the zone, but I feel like I should be able to hit those pitches and stay on top and stay through them and, barrel them up more often. But it was just a good swing right there.
It's been good pulling the ball in the air a couple times this week. Does that sort of tell you like the swing is just getting closer to where you kind of want it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like I said, I
had good swings that I just needed to carry over to the next at bat and the next at bat and the next game, rather than just kind of sporadically throughout. So I just had a few good at bats and good swings. I just need to do a better job at carrying it over to the next one.
Jerry, let's go Access 360 on that first inning swing.
I'll tell you what, I love what he said during the interview. You know what? I need to get on top and stay through the baseball. First pitch swinging. Jumps on this high fastball and tomahawks it out. Love the swing. I love the depth as far as getting to the baseball. Short and then long through it to create backspin. Another look at it. Outstanding job getting extended. He barrels it up. This is at the top of the zone. Easily could have been a ball, but I love how aggressive he was. Look at the graphics, guys. We have really done some great stuff with graphics. Exit velo about 103 miles an hour. Look at the height. Over 105 feet. That is ideal, especially at Coors Field. Kyle Tucker about to get hot.
Great swing. All right, still more to come. Roki Sasaki will draw the start tomorrow at Coors Field. We'll wrap things up with final thoughts and preview tomorrow's game next. But the Dodgers, let's go back to Coors Field and hear from Dalton Rushing right now with Kirsten. He's got a couple runs in the sixth, Jerry.
Well, Dalton, let's just,
their bullpen was able to make it stand up.
Yeah, you give the Rockies credit. They were able to come
Emmett,
back
what were you seeing from him?
Pressure on the Dodgers,
like
take the lead.
today was a bit more of a grind than maybe, especially his last outing, in which he was quite efficient.
Ball game, 5 runs, 10 hits. At least to give yourself a chance to win. The Dodgers were unable to do that.
He showed how tough he is out there.
Got off to a great start, and then the bats went cold. So
he didn't have his best stuff. He knew that.
Got to keep doing what you've been doing. What you did yesterday, what you did the first 2 innings, had quality at bats.
I'll give it to him.
It looked like they started chasing a lot of off speed, especially hitter scouts that were being over aggressive.
The both of us,
and got a little greedy with the bats, and then the Rockies took advantage of that.
And they did have some opportunities offensively. They were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Adrian in that 8th inning, it starts where Shohei Ohtani reaches on a catcher's interference. Kyle Tucker with a base hit. So the first 2 reach, nobody out for Andy Paz.
How challenging is that when you
again, like
don't necessarily feel like you have your best stuff, but then you have to pitch at altitude and trying to navigate, understanding just kind of how the shapes of your pitches are looking.
Pitcher made a backup pitch there, and then you get Freddie put a great swing on the ball here, but just wasn't able to get all the way through it to get the double or home run there.
You're confident one inning, you're not as confident the next.
It just felt like they were just being too aggressive, thinking they were going to get fastballs.
Some of the better pitchers you get to
and the
see and
Rockies
work
just said,
with,
hey,
they
we're
show
going to be
how they
that
work
aggressive,
through
we're
it.
going to go soft.
Like I said, I'm proud of the way he worked through it. By no means is that the expectation for him. I know that personally. I know he knows that himself.
He's upset at himself.
But I'm excited to get to work with him and see what we can do next week.
He could have done something with it. Just
all right, Roki Sasaki will make his 4th start of the season tomorrow against the Rockies. It's no secret he's had trouble with his command, walking 10 batters in 13 innings this season. He walked 5 in his last games against the Rangers. Jerry's become a glaring problem for him. Got to find some way to get the ball in the zone, make some quality pitches.
We talk about all the time that you got to be able to control the strike zone if you're a pitcher, especially there in Colorado. You do not give up free passes.
Kyle Tucker had a really good game with 3 hits, including that home run, but swings to the first pitch and flies out to left field to end the game.
Your defense a chance. I say all the
little
time.
in between there. It seemed like he didn't go up there thinking I'm going to be ready to swing or not. No free passes. Fastball ended up being down the middle, so he kind of wildly effective. But when you need that strike, you got to be able to down the middle, and he was a little late. And I think that's the thing that he's lacking, the ability to say, hey, I need a strike right here. Let me throw a fastball for a strike. If he can do that tomorrow,
with Steven Nelson and
maybe he overthrows, but don't worry so much.
Dodgers tried for another comeback win. They fell 1 run short, really just 1 hit. I think the big takeaway from this one, 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They left 8 guys on base.
We haven't seen this on the road with the Dodgers. They've averaged over 8 runs a game on the road this year, but very quiet other than those first couple innings when Tucker goes deep for 35, Rushing goes deep just barely over the fence. Pretty much after that, the offense was very silent.
Emmet Sheehan